Alright guys, welcome back to Strong Successful Male. So for today, I'm going to go over an article titled, Beware of Snow Globing When Dating During the Holidays. And a big shout out to Gary for sending me this article. And guys, this whole article is covering yet another ridiculous dating phenomenon, which has been labeled snow globing, which has to deal with the holidays. And since the holidays are coming up, officially starting this week, I thought it'd be a good one to talk about. And long story short, this phenomenon, snow globing, is the idea that obviously during the holidays, people, because of being watching all those ridiculous movies you see on TV, Hallmark Channel, Netflix, I'm sure you've seen them pop up already, getting people in the mood for the holidays, and God forbid not wanting to be alone during Christmas and all those other holidays, that people really amp up the love bombing and all that to find the guy so they don't have to be alone during the holidays. And while guys can be guilty of this, definitely this is something that women get roped into as well. And the article is making people aware of that and also warning them to obviously be careful that you're not being used in that situation. And that'll be a funny one to go over here given the fact that the holidays start this week. And I know a number of you guys do dating and relationships. So for you guys who do dating relationships, this will help keep you aware of how things are going and all that. That you aren't roped in by some girl who's just lonely, wants some guy to kiss on New Year's Eve, or some guy to, be with and watch those corny ass movies on Hallmark or Netflix. Or if you're a guy that stepped out of the whole dating marketplace, this only confirms and backs up why you do this anyway. So that'll be a funny one to go over here, a little change of pace here, to let you guys know what's going on, the current different trends and all that. So it starts off, it says here, it's that time of the year when everybody gets a little lonely. Well, not here. The holidays bring up all sorts of different feelings for singles, which explains why some engage in cuffing season, aka when you cuff yourself to someone, metaphorically of course, to get through the winter months together. But now, according to Cosmo, there's a different dating trend that couples need to look for once it comes to start decking the halls, snow globing. According to Mina B, an eHarmony relationship expert, it's not as cute as it sounds. According to her, it says snow globing is a dating trend during the holidays when a person engages in loving acts and appears to want to become more serious with their partner, she explains. Then they disengage, retreat, or change their behavior after the holidays end. So people get all wrapped up in the moment. They watch these movies about couples and lovers and all that stuff, and they want to quick find a guy, and that guy who's naive thinks that, oh, I got that girl. And then the second the holidays are over, the parties are over, she drops him like a bad habit. And sure, guys can do this too, but you get my point. You might be thinking, why on earth do people do this? Well, to be fair, most people aren't doing it on purpose. They're just getting swept up in the warm and fuzzy feelings the holidays bestow upon us. Or translation, most people are sheep and can't think for themselves, and they get caught up in things and don't think with their heads, they think emotionally. Humans are wired for connection, and holidays are historically known for moments of love, connection, and celebration, which induces the high feeling, B says. We also see an increase in romantic holiday movies, ding ding ding, and entertainment, which reinforces the message that the holidays are rooted in love. I'm sure you guys have by now that have streaming, when you're streaming by, when you're looking at your menu and you see Netflix and all those other ones, and they offer suggestions, I'm sure a lot of you guys have seen the bombardment of these holiday Christmas type of movies, and it's always the same story, which I'm sure all you guys have seen at least one of them in your life. I've seen enough of them, I know, and it's always the same story, and it gets people's emotions all worked up, and you gotta have that person for the holidays and all that. While this doesn't have to be a negative thing, wanting to connect with another person is amazing. It's important to take inventory of how this high impacts us and influences the way we seek love. We want to ensure that the connections we foster have meaning and they aren't a way to cope with our discomfort, B says. That being said, if you want to know whether someone's snow globing you this holiday season, read on to learn more about the questionable Yuletide trend. Says, what are the signs someone might be snow globing you? According to B, some signs that someone might be snow globing you include. Again, I gotta interrupt here. Snow globing, these freaking terms. I mean, it's not a new phenomenon. Somebody's looking for someone and getting really their hopes high during the holidays and all that, and really I can't think of the word. You get my point. That's not a new thing, but you're just putting a freaking label on it, snow globing. Some of the signs to watch out for. Number 1, an increase in desire for connection, specifically during the holiday. Number 2, being pushy about meeting someone's family during the holiday season, especially if the person mentioned in the past that they are not ready to meet the other person's family. Number 3, pushiness to attend events like Christmas parties, but not inviting you to more intimate gatherings like hanging with friends. Number 4, a decrease in attention after the holidays are over, ghosting, slow response time, and not initiating dates. Well, that'll tell you everything you need to know. Additionally, relationship expert Audrey Hope says it's key to listen to yourself and pay attention to and acknowledge the signs of what is happening in your relationship. She says, did they tell their family about you before you went to meet them? Does their inner circle of friends know about you? Will you be exchanging gifts? Will you be traveling together? Is there a change in your partner's behavior? Is it getting serious? Will you be dating after the holidays? Okay. Questions to ask if you are indeed a relationship person. I know I got relationship guys in this channel, and some of you may be impacted by this during the holidays. This is all ridiculous to me, but covering what's going on here. Track your partner's actions and check in with yourself if they make sense. They make sense considering where you are in the relationship. Exchanging gifts and seeing each other's parents makes sense if you've been dating for 6 months or longer, but maybe not so much if you only recently started seeing each other. If you just met some chick and you've been seeing her a few weeks and she's already pushing you to meet her family because it's Christmas and all that, that's really pushing it. And of course, her bombarding you with attention and love bombing you essentially, her expecting you to get her a bunch of gifts during Christmas when you've been dating 2 weeks. I mean, just stupid shit like this, which guys don't do, by the way, even if she's insisting upon it, because if she is, you could be in the middle of something like this. What to do if you think someone is snow globing you. I can't believe somebody has to write this, but I'm going to read it anyway. If you're suspicious of someone snow globing you, Hope notes that the secret to a great relationship as any form is to never be afraid to speak and say what is on your mind for fear of losing that person. In dating, it is important to never assume and to know where you stand. There has to be ground rules and honest communication. You have to speak these words out loud, words that are often so hard for people dating to ask. What is going on with us? Let's talk about this. So, gee whiz, is she saying communication is important? And never be afraid to speak your mind. What do I say all the time? Speak your mind, set boundaries, check your girl. And these people are labeled relationship experts. Maybe I could be labeled a so-called expert. Maybe. But I don't think Cosmo is going to be any rush to hire me anytime soon. Some helpful hints, according to B, include, number 1, I'm feeling a shift within the relationship and I want to do a check-in to see what's happening for you and if you feel the same way. Who the fuck is going to say that? Come on, B. Another one, I noticed a difference in your behavior after the holidays. It feels like you're pulling back. Am I misinterpreting this? Number 3, we're not going on as many dates or communicating as much as we used to. This change happened recently after the holidays and I'm struggling to manage it. What caused this change? Please don't say any of this, guys. I'm sure you won't, but you know what I mean here. If this chick's the expert, then I should definitely be able to get a job working for Cosmo or whatever. On the flip side, what to do if you are the snow glober? No one is perfect, and sometimes we do things with the best of intentions, only to realize we've made a mistake. A great way to realize if you're a snow globe versus bee is to pay attention to how your affection and desire may increase or decrease for the person you're dating throughout and after the season. Once a holiday wears off, it might be hard to sustain someone that's not real or something that's not real. So if the relationship dynamic starts to feel forceful and you're becoming more and more disinterested over time, it might be a sign that you're either on the verge or already snow globing, she says. Well, again, there are people that probably, and I think the women are guilty of this. Holidays are coming up. The girl's competitive with her sisters or female cousins, or maybe her mother's always nagging her about, why aren't you going to find a husband or something like that? Girl rushes in with some guy and bring him over just to show the sister she's got some dude, or shut her mom up or shut grandma up or something like that. That's a thing they've left out here. It's an important thing to remember. I don't want you guys to be the victims of the snow globing phenomenon here. Can snow globing turn into a legit connection? Says, we're all suckers for a happy ending, so can a snow globing connection go the distance? B says, it's not impossible. After the holiday high, even though a person's feelings may not be as strong as they were, it doesn't mean their feelings have completely faded away, she explains. There's still may be an interest in exploring the connection and seeing where it goes. Well, just because you meet right before Thanksgiving or in December doesn't mean it's not going to not go anywhere. It just depends how you act. But generally, when people rush into things too quickly, it just doesn't really go very well. Perhaps what's most important, whether you're the snow glober or the snow globee, is to refrain from your feelings about your relationship status, especially in regard to the holiday season. Says here, although there are different kinds of companionship, it's important to remember that dwelling on the negative will not increase happiness, it will only decrease it, B says. Reframe your thoughts by focusing on what you do and maintaining a sense of gratitude for the connections in your life. Yeah, blah, blah, blah. So anyhow, guys, there you go. A little phenomenon called snow globing. And I have to say this. At the end of the day, and it seems to me that from the comment section, all that, most of you guys, I got a lot of relationship guys, and I got guys that they're done with relationships for life. End of story. But here's the deal. If you are the relationship type, and I'm sure you guys are not going to be susceptible to this, don't get roped into this crap during the holidays and all that stuff. I'm sure a lot of you won't, but even if maybe you're feeling that something's pushing you towards that, don't rush into anything. You meet a chick in December that's good looking, you click with, and all that, fine. No big deal. And it doesn't necessarily mean that she's snow globing you or you're snow globing her. It just happens you met some chick in December or right before Thanksgiving or something like that. But for you guys to date, if all of a sudden the girl is bombarding you with attention and things are going a little too fast, and it seems like one of these dumbass movies that you see on the Hallmark Channel or Netflix or whatever, be aware of that. Now, I will say this, and some people may call me the devil, what I'm about to say, but I've never ever claimed to be innocent. For you guys out there that could label yourselves as the pickup guys, the chatter Tyrones, because I know I got chatting Tyrones that watch me too, if there's ever a great time to get lots of easy hookups, let's be honest here, it is probably between Thanksgiving and Valentine's Day, when gals are more watching these movies and all that. It's the holidays, the family and all that, and really want to have someone up until Valentine's Day, where again, a lot of gals want to have that guy so they can go out. It's an easy time to meet girls when they're a little more eager. And it can be a very easy time for you guys that are the Chad and Tyrone types to want easy hookups when they're certainly more eager to move things quicker to get a guy. I'm not saying, I never claimed I'm a saint here, but let's be honest here. If there's ever an easy time, and an easier time for an average Joe compared to other times of the year, it's right now, if that's your goal. But I'm not saying go ahead and do it. I'm just saying if there's ever an easier time. I'm sure some of my female subscribers will say, F you, SSM, but it's not that they're like any of them are any saints either. All right, guys, it's a quick one. That'll be a good one here to cover over here, given the holidays are starting up. So watch out for those snow globers. That is it for today. Be sure to comment down below and what you think about this. Let me know, guys. Have you ever been dating it during the holidays and dated some gal where you really could tell she was rushing things along and you could just get that feeling it was because of the holidays, and after the holidays were over, she kicked you to the curb? I'd like to hear about that. Let me know in the comments section if it ever happened to you. And also, guys, if you got a great story you'd like to share, by all means, email it to me, strongsuccessfulmale@gmail.com. This goes for articles, crazy stories you find online, and of course your personal stories. The personal story is the best. That's the most popular thing on this channel that you guys seem to like the most, so definitely send it. I don't care if it's 3 pages long or it's 15 pages long. If it's a really good one, I'll definitely cover it when I get a chance. But just give me time, because I get bombarded with these things all the time. But I'm doing my best to do as many as I can, and nowadays I'm doing 3 videos a day between both channels. And be sure to like the video, share with your friends, and subscribe. And I'll catch you next time.